Good morning. I'll call this meeting to order. It's the regularly scheduled meeting of the Transportation Public Works Committee. I'm Councilmember Reich. I'll be chairing. I'm joined by my colleagues, Councilmember Yang, Council Vice President Glidden, and Councilmember Bender. And we are a quorum, and we can proceed with today's business. We have several consent items on the agenda. I will go through those, and then we can commence with our public hearing. Any councilor can pull any item if they wish. Item 2 is the contract with Hennepin Technical College for test creation and scoring. Item 3 is the contract with Ritchie Brothers Auctioneers for auctioneering services. Item 4 is the contract with FurPal Construction USA for water main reconstruction. Item 5 is an agreement for paid advertising within the municipal parking system, and that's a negotiation with Outfront Media LLC. Item 6 is the 37th Avenue Northeast Regional Solicitation Cooperative Agreement, and that's a cooperative agreement with the City of Columbia Heights. Item 7 is a contract with CDM Smith Incorporated for tunnel layout designs. Item 8 is the Pedestrian Advisory Committee appointments, and those people are listed. Item 9 is the Bicycle Advisory Committee appointments, and those folks are listed as well. And then approving the addition of a second seat to the Bicycle Advisory Committee representing the Metropolitan Council. That'll be an adjustment to the composition of that group. Item 10 is the Somali Independence Day large block event, and that's approving an application to be held on July 9th to operate outside of the hours permitted under the code. Item 11 is the Downtown Minneapolis Transportation Management Organization, and that's basically approving the dissolution of the official advisory component between the city and the Transportation Management Organization, or TMO, direct staff to negotiate execute professional service agreement with the Metropolitan Council and the TMO for a 6-month term starting July 1st, 2016 to December 31st, 2016. Item 12 is a bid for stormwater pump station rehabilitation project, and that's accepting of a low bid. And item 13 is the bid for self-propelled paint stripper. That's a single bid, but we did check to make sure that's consistent with expectations around pricing. And the final item was referred to by City Council, and that's oversight responsibility of traffic control ordinance. And that's setting a public hearing for July 12, 2016 to consider the subject matter of an ordinance amending Title 18, Chapter 478 on the code of ordinances relating to traffic code, parking, stopping, standing, etc. Does anyone wish to discuss those items? See none, I will move all items as stated. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Dissenting name. That carries, and we can now move on to the public hearing. And that's a public hearing regarding the 2016 alley renovation program, project approval, and assessments. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Mr. Kennedy will make the presentation for the 2016 alley renovation program public hearing.
Morning, Mr. Chair, members of the committee. Mike Kennedy, I'm the Director of Transportation Maintenance and Repair for Public Works. We're here this morning to discuss the 2016 alley renovation program. On April 15th, 2016, the City Council designated the alley locations for the improvements to be made. These improvements consist of installing a bituminous overlay on the concrete alleys. This work is being done to extend the operational life of concrete alleys and to facilitate localized drainage. 11 alleys, as shown on the map there. It might be too big to really see it all, but all the 11 alleys are also enumerated in your letter. These are all scheduled to be resurfaced in 2016. The project cost estimate for the work, the total cost is $285,037. The 2016 adopted uniform assessment rate for alleys will be used for the portion of the project cost being assessed, conforming with the city's current policy. The uniform assessment rate for alley resurfacing for 2016 is 6.8 cents per square foot of abutting land. The total amount to be assessed for these 11 alleys is $104,205.96, and the remaining costs not covered by assessments will be funded by net debt bonds. So today, our recommendation is passage of a resolution ordering the city engineer to proceed and do the work and adopting special assessments in the amount of $104,205.96 for the 2016 alley renovation program, and passage of a resolution requesting the Board of Estimate and Taxation to authorize the city to issue and sell assessment bonds in the amount of $104,210 with the bonds to be paid from special assessments. That concludes my presentation. We are aware of one letter that we got talking about there's a small curb in the alley, and they want that to be maintained for drainage, and we're aware of that, and we can make that happen. Otherwise, we're unaware of any other. We had a few calls about the assessment and prepaying and things, but other than that, we're unaware of other problems.
Any questions per the presentation? Seeing none, I will then open the public hearing. And we do have someone signed in. That person may come up and speak. Please address yourself with a name and address.
Sure. Hi, my name's Mark Muchow. Hi, Elizabeth. And everybody. I just had a question on, we live right on the corner of 46th and Portland, and behind our alley, it dips down a little bit so that it just can, water contains there. And I just know that we're going to have to fill that a little more to make it drain properly. And so I just wanted to address that and put that out there to the person that's doing it or the contractor that's doing it, okay?
Mhm.
Because it's, how it does, it kind of dips there a little bit. So they'll have to build that up a little bit.
Mhm.
And so that was my only concern I wanted to talk about. And then the second thing is just in case there is a problem with it or something, who we would contact. Would we contact the contractor or Elizabeth, or what's the best way to go with that?
I think you're currently in contact with the
Oh, okay, this
the
gentleman
man in
here.
charge. So,
Okay.
and
Okay, great. That's
well, thank you for
my
bringing that to our
basic
attention.
issue. That's all I had to say. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. And Mr. Kennedy, just a quick question, and you've already referenced one adjustment to some very localized conditions, that little bump that did some drainage. You referenced that in your report up in Northeast, and obviously these sort of localized conditions can definitely be addressed.
We'll have to understand what the condition is, and
Mhm.
oftentimes it's the property owner's responsibility to do that if it's out of the right of way.
Mhm.
We can certainly coordinate with them and try to understand and make it work.
Yep, appreciate that.
Yep.
Thank you. So, anyone else sign in? Anyone wish to come forward and testify at the public hearing? Anyone wish to come forward? Seeing none, I will close the public hearing and move the items before us in the report, the two resolutions regarding our 2016 alley renovation program. Any further conversation? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Dissenting name. That carries, and we have concluded our agenda items, and we are adjourned. So sometimes they're long, sometimes they're short.